Hello students, welcome to chemistry classes. So, under this hydrogen lesson, today we are going to discuss hard water and soft water. So, we know that water is obtained from different sources. Rainwater is the very purest form of water. It is often associated with some dissolved salt contents. For example, in the form of acidic or in the form of acid rain, it associated with the inorganic acids called sulfuric acid and nitric acid. So, when the water passed into the ground state is associated with the earth minerals and exist in the form of compounds. So, depends upon the nature of the water and producing leather with soap, we can classify water into two types, that is the soft water and the hard water. So, soft water is like that of water obtained from freshwater systems. For example, that is the distilled water, demineralized water and rainwater is under the category of soft water, because when it easily provides leather with soap. On other ways, the water associated with the inorganic mineral salts, that is calcium and magnesium, it does not provide leather with soap. This water is called as hard water. Now, this lesson we are going to discuss what are the types of hardness and how we can remove the hardness of water by simple method. The hardness is due to the presence of calcium and magnesium salts, especially the bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium, or sulfates and chlorides of calcium and magnesium. So, depends upon the nature of the salt present in the water, it is further classified into two types, that is the soft water and the hard water. So, what is soft water? Or I already told you what is soft water. Now, the types of hardness. Hardness can be classified into two types, that is the temporary hardness and the permanent hardness. So, what is hardness of water? Hardness of water is due to the dissolved content of salts present in water, that is bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium, sulfates and chlorides of calcium and magnesium. So, we know that what is soap? Soap is a sodium or potassium salts of higher fatty acids. Sodium and potassium salts of fatty acids are called soaps. When we are mixing with when distilled water gives froth with this soap. But in the case of hardness, if any hardness is present in the water, it does not provide froth with soap. Instead of providing leather, it provides a scum or precipitate. Then the water is said to be hard water. So, soft water easily provides froth and the hard water does not easily provides leather with soap. We must know the examples of hard water and the soft water. Sea water, the river water and well water, tap water are under the category of hard water. So, hard water containing cations. Majorly calcium and magnesium are the cations present in the hard water. These cations prevent to provide leather with soap. So, temporary hardness, two types of hardness, one is the temporary hardness and another one is the permanent hardness. The temporary hardness is due to the bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium. Bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium, that is calcium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate. calcium and magnesium bicarbonates. So, these are easily removed. So, normally we are taking large quantity of water in a boilers and it is heated, normally heated. When we are heating, calcium bicarbonate on heating gives calcium carbonate, carbon dioxide and water. This calcium carbonate is settled under the bottom of the boil. So, we can separate water from this calcium carbonate, we get the soft water. It is a very simple and the easiest method. Suppose this magnesium bicarbonate on heating, it provides magnesium carbonate as the precipitate, carbon dioxide and water. So, during this process we are getting the soft water by easiest method. The process is called softening of water by using the method called boiling method. The second one is the commercial process. Commercially we are getting pure water or soft water by using calcium hydroxide method. The calcium hydroxide method is otherwise known as Clark's method. So, under this method the water, that is hard water, is treated with lime, that is calcium hydroxide. When bicarbonate salts are treated with calcium hydroxide, it provides corresponding carbonate, calcium carbonate. Here we are getting the mixture of calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate as the precipitate. So, we are removing the precipitate by filtration method, we are getting the large quantity of soft water. So, this is the very simple method, we are removing hardness. That process is called softening of water, hard water to soft water. It is a temporary hardness, but we are not easily remove the hardness, that is the permanent hardness not by a easiest method. It is somewhat difficult. How to remove the permanent hardness? Permanent hardness can be removed by first one is by washing soda method. So, in this method the hard water is treated with washing soda. What is washing soda? Sodium carbonate is the washing soda. So, when we are treating the hard water with washing soda, it also gives the calcium carbonate precipitate. The calcium carbonate precipitate is deposited under the bottom of the reaction vessel. So, we can separate the water from the salts, especially chloride salt and the sulfate salts, chloride salt and sulfate salts. So, this method is called washing soda method. Washing soda, that is sodium carbonate, is treated with hard water containing salts, calcium chloride. Sodium carbonate is treated with magnesium sulfate. So, it gives calcium and carbonate gives and this calcium carbonate. So, this sodium and chloride gives sodium chloride. Here also magnesium carbonate and sodium sulfate, Na2SO4. So, these are the methods. These are the very simple method to remove the hardness by getting the soft water. And ion exchange method, we are using ion exchange chromatography. Ion exchange chromatography depends upon the nature of the ions present in the hard water. We are separated by hard water containing cations, repeating the process. So, the another one method is called Halogens process. Halogens process. Halogens process is also used to remove the hard water containing cations. So, you must know what is halogen. Halogen is sodium, that is sodium hexametaphosphate. Sodium hexametaphosphate is called galgan. So, this compound is treated with hard water. We already know hard water containing cations, the calcium and magnesium. Calcium and magnesium is mostly present in the hard water. When we are treated with the halgan, it gives the complex soluble salt. Complex soluble salt, and the sodium ion is get free. So, the complex compound, once the complex compound is formed, it further does not react with these water molecules. So, we are separating the complex compounds from the reaction mixer. We are getting the pure form of water. So, this process is called Halogens method of purifying hard water. So, this is all about the hard water and the soft water. The next topic is heavy water. What is heavy water? Heavy water and dihydrogen as a fuel for future. Heavy water. What is heavy water? The deuteroxide. Deuteroxide is called heavy water. Heavy water. D2O. D2O. Heavy water is industrially very important compound. This compound is used as a moderator in nuclear power plants. Moderator means slow down the fast moving neutrons. So, in the nuclear power generator, we are using the hard water. The large quantity of hard water is continuously passed into the generator. So, it absorbs the heat liberated during the nuclear fission process and it becomes steam. The hard water in the form of steam is passed through the turbines. When the turbines are continuously rotates, it provides electricity. So, this hard water is a industrially important compound. This compound is prepared or it is reacts with this compound reacts with calcium carbide. Calcium carbide reacts with deuteroxide, it gives deuterides. Deuterides, calcium deuterides. See, listen, calcium carbide reacts with D2O. So, what is the product, expected product? CaOD twice, calcium deuteroxide, calcium deuteroxide, and C2D2, C2D2. So, this we know that calcium carbide reacts with water. What is the product form? Calcium hydroxide and acetylene. Acetylene is the product. So, in the similar way, we are replacing water by deuteroxide. Water by deuteroxide. Here calcium hydroxide is obtained, here calcium deuteroxide is obtained. So, this is acetylene is obtained, here deutero compounds, that is this compound is like this, CD triple bond CD. This deuteroacetylene is obtained. Deuteroacetylene is obtained. And similarly, it reacts with sulfur trioxide. Sulfur trioxide reacts with H2O. We know that H2SO4, sulfuric acid is obtained. In the similar way, sulfur trioxide reacts with D2O, deuterosulfate, D2SO4, D2SO4. Sulfur trioxide reacts with heavy water, it gives deuterosulfate. And aluminum carbide gives this deuteromethane, deuteromethane as the product. And the last topic is hydrogen as a fuel for future. So, we know that fuels on burning to release large quantities of energy. The energy released by the combustion of fossil fuels provides large quantity of pollutants. These pollutants, either sulfur dioxide or oxides of nitrogen, which directly goes to the combines with atmospheric air, the air pollution may occur. And also the fossil fuels either in the form of coal or petroleum products etc., and it is easily exhaust and it is very difficult to produce in a short time. It requires large amount of or tremendous amount of years to form this type of fossil fuels. So, what is the alternative way? The liquid hydrogen as a fuel for future, because liquid hydrogen on burning gives water as the one of the product. No more quantity of byproducts formed during the combustion of or burning of this liquid hydrogen. So, it provides large amount of energy when comparing with the normal fossil fuels. There is no emission of environmental pollutants. When comparing with fossil fuels, the only product formed during the combustion of liquid hydrogen is water. So, no more quantity of pollutants are produced. Therefore, the air pollution is not possible when we are using hydrogen as a fuel. Internal combustion engines can easily modify for the use of hydrogen as a fuel. Fuel cells are for generation of electric power with a conversion efficiency of 70 to 85% have been successfully operated commercially. In the developing countries, in most of the vehicles are run with the help of liquid hydrogen as a fuel. So, in these days we are also think about this liquid hydrogen as a fuel. One of the common term used for this liquid hydrogen as a fuel is hydrogen economy. Hydrogen economy, whereby energy is transported and stored in the form of liquid or gaseous hydrogen. Hydrogen is considered to be a possible source of clean energy. Hydrogen is considered to be as a source of clean energy. In this liquid hydrogen, which is act as one of the most powerful source, that is the propellant for rocket launching process. So, I conclude this topic. If you have any doubts, you may ask. Thank you.